Hello everyone, welcome back to another Shnuckatwo video. I really did not know what to talk about today. I thought I could maybe do another fun story, but it is New Year's Eve after all, or one day before New Year's Eve, and there's no way I'm making a video tomorrow, I think. So, I guess it's my last chance to talk about my feelings about this year within the year, you know? And I was originally gonna look through my journal entries, make a whole plan for how to talk through this. But then I'm like, whatever, I'll just go through it live. I'll just think about everything live. So, January of this year, oh my god, that feels so far away at this point. I don't even remember it that well. I just remember January, winter break, I DoorDashed a lot. During that phase, I was in the dumps, perhaps you could say. Yeah, I was just not very that happy. Overall, I think I was just door dashing a lot to just not think about my problems. But that was January, and then I went back to school in around January, February. I think school was fine. February, March, April was all okay. Actually, seems so much longer ago than. Wow, it feels so much longer ago than it actually is. It's pretty close. So that was fine, I guess. And then summer came around, and summer was fine. And then I had school again. And now it's here. Honestly, if I think back my year, it's a bit unremarkable like that. And I feel bad for saying that, because it was not unremarkable in the slightest, but at a precursory glance, when I think back like that, it really is all that happened. Just school, homeschool. And so, I don't know. When I think forward to the next year, though, this is one thing I want to fix. I want to be able to say, my greatest wish would be to have year over year over year be like, wow, that was the best year. Wow, that year was even better. But that's obviously not possible. You're going to have highs and lows. You can't keep having better and better years. However, I think it's fair to ask for some sort of betterment in yourself. After a year, I should be able to look and be like, wow, I grew in this aspect, or wow, I really like this new thing I got into, or there should be some sort of change that makes your life exciting and that you're proud about. And okay, if I say that, then what am I proud about over the past year? How have I changed? Well, I think actually, if I actually genuinely sit down and think about it, there are obviously ways I think I've changed for the better. There are ways I've changed for the worse, but that's fine. And so that means the year wasn't wasted, I guess. How have I changed for the better? I don't know, but I'm sure I have in some way. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, next year, right? How do I want to change? Maybe that'll be for another video. But generally, it's just I want to come away from the year and be like, wow, that was a pretty good year. In some way, shape, or form, I should be able to end the year and be like, yeah, that was good. Rate it a 7, 8 out of 10. And I know there's things out of my control that might not make it a 7, 8 out of 10. But I feel like whatever happens, I can wrangle it to a 7, 8 out of 10. Whatever happens in your life over the course of a year, in the long run of your life, a year is in the long run, sure, you might have a month that's a 3, a 2 even, or a 1. But in the long run, over the course of a month, over a time period that long, I think your mindset is very much what dictates, whether you rate the year, good or bad, because sure, random events and things happening in your life can affect you in the short term, okay, sure, if you go through a breakup, okay, that's horrible. If you, if this happens to you, if that happens to you, okay, that's horrible. But I think those things are adjustable within a month or two. And so, barring like a absolutely horrible year by chance, like you just like get horrible incident after horrible incident month after month, I think like, okay, let's say you had a bad year because you went through a breakup or you had some really tragic event that happened. Well, sure, that happens, but I think it's adjustable. Your mindset should be able to change. Like, if you have the correct approach to it, which I don't think I did this semester, but if you have the correct approach to things, like, you should be able to come out of any year, I think, rating it at least above a 7 or 8. Just because of pure chance. Like, and, like, obviously, and just like reasonable proximity to events that actually should make you sad, you know? Like, if, let's say, you know, you go through a breakup, sure, 1 month is a very reasonable amount of time to feel very deeply sad about it. And it's not like you're not going to feel very deeply sad about it after. And, but what I'm saying is that that one thing should not affect your whole year in the long run, right? Like, just because you have sad moments thinking about that should not mean that you're solely focused on it. And I think that's like in the preceding month. Sure, you can spend a week solely focused on it because that's only natural, but after that I think it's just unhealthy to spend that much time on it. And that's where it becomes, rather than the actual breakup or event affecting your mood and your overall rating of the month, it becomes the reaction to that, right? Like, how do you manage it after, which is very much within your control. I hope that makes sense. It's just like what I've said in my videos, like before too. Like, you are in charge of your own happiness, and I agree with that very much so. And a lot of times it's very difficult to do so, but at the end of the day, if you have a strong enough mind, if you have a strong enough control over yourself, you will end up with a 7 or 8 year. 100% guaranteed. Like, barring some tremendous, like, even if you go through tremendous tragedies, like, I'm not saying like, oh, you know, people who can't do this are weak. I can't do it for sure. But I think like, if you actually take an ideal mindset, an ideal mind or human or whatever, they should be able to like, they should be able to end up with a 7 or 8 month, you know? And maybe this is being too harsh on myself, but I don't think it is. Like I do want myself to be fulfilled, happy, whatever, at the end of the day, right? And there's a responsibility for myself to do that for myself. And so I just gotta do it. And I'll take effort, as I always say. These videos are way too cyclical. I just say the same things and never act on them, do I? And I know it's a new year, and new year brings new things and new ideas, and it's a nice place to start new goals. But I just feel like I'm just stuck in this cycle, you know? I always say these things on video. I always say, oh, you're in charge of your own happiness. Oh, everything is within your control. And yeah, I never fully internalize that or act on that idea. You know, I get stuck super easily, and I'm just like, I do not want to be happy today, and I just won't. I don't know. Yeah. I think I should. One really bad, how good habit I've lost is journaling. I really should do that more. See, it's just the same things over and over again. I just feel like there's nothing changing. I'm aware of all the things wrong. I'm just not changing anything. And, like, more so, I really don't know what to change. Maybe that's why this entire year has been so unremarkable in my memory, because nothing has changed. There's no change. I mean, sure, college was a big change, but after that happened, like, it was just no change from that daily routine, I guess. And so then nothing remarkable happened. Because, well, I did have great memories, I guess. I don't know. I think that's something I gotta mull over a bit more. I'm really not sure, man. You see, this is a problem. I don't think Shnuckatwo videos talking about sad stuff is good for me anymore. Maybe I should go back to talking about funny stories and never do any self-reflection on here anymore. Or minimize it. Because every time I'm like, oh, I feel emotionally congested. Oh, I feel like I should talk through my thoughts to help me feel better. It just gets worse. And I think the only solution to that is actually just handwritten journaling, which I'm too lazy to do a lot of the times, because it actually helps you slow down, and this does not. Oh. Okay, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. Happy New Year, Happy New Year's Eve, everything. And I will see you guys tomorrow, maybe, if I make a video. Otherwise, no. Yeah. I will sleep. Bye-bye. Oh, I need a journal. Bye.